Hey guys, this week we have some old school fun for you guys, some recommendations this week. My recommendation is a dice game. It's called Greed. It's also called 10,000. We play with 6 dice. If you just Google Greed rules or 10,000 dice rules, you can find the rules are pretty simple. First person to 10,000 wins. My wife and I play it every day. And it's something that we do when we have community or CSI or whatever we're watching in the background, and it's a nice way to pass the time. So, Greed, my recommendation.
Hey everybody, it's Marcy, and this week's topic is like old school games, I think, old-fashioned fun. And when I was thinking about the stuff I did as a kid, I grew up in the 70s and 80s, no internet, we had to get outside, my parents made me get outside all the time. Tetherball was the first and foremost way of fun growing up. I had a tetherball pole in my backyard. Thank you to my dad for putting that up. Middle school, late elementary school, middle school, when you had recess, everybody lined up at the tetherball court for that. I was pretty good at it. In spite of my height, I'm not very tall. The tall girls always won, but I was pretty good at it for being short. So look up some old school tetherball and get outside and play. Thanks.
All right, my recommendation this week is going to be the One Night Ultimate Werewolf game. I just found out about it maybe about a year ago. Super cool. I got to use some deductive reasoning skills, detective skills, and whatnot. Each game is like 10 minutes, but like as soon as you finish it, you want to jump into another one. Go ahead and give it a try. It's very hard to describe how to play it, so just kind of Google it yourself.
Hey guys, Alex here. Just wanted to give you guys my suggestion for old-fashioned fun. It's a pretty simple one. Sometimes my wife and I, when we're bored and we have about 30 minutes of free time, or maybe an hour, especially during the quarantine time, we've had a lot of free time together. But one thing we like to do is play the card game War. It's pretty simple. You only need 2 people in a deck of cards. Basically, you split the cards in half between each player. Count to 3, and then you flip the face card. Whoever has the highest card is the winner of the war. Pretty easy game, pretty self-explanatory game, but it's also a fun game, passes the time pretty quickly. So that's my suggestion for old-fashioned fun. So hope you guys are staying safe and hope to see you soon. Thanks.
My recommendation for this week is a global domination board game called Risk. Risk is similar to Monopoly in the sense that it can take like 5 to 6 hours to finish a single game, so it's great for killing some of that quarantine time, or quarantine as the scientists are calling it. Risk is also like Monopoly in the sense that it pits family member against family member to the death. So you're probably wondering why I would recommend a game like that. We've all been stuck in quarantine for a little while now, and we might have some pent-up aggressions against the other people we're stuck with. So instead of accidentally taking it out on them, you can take them off the face of the earth by destroying their armies and taking over their territories in the game called Risk. So for the sake of your loved ones and your relationships with them, my suggestion is the board game Risk.
Greetings from isolation. Today's topic, old-fashioned fun. How have we been entertaining ourselves during this stay-at-home order, these days of isolation? Yes, technology is technology. It's wonderful. We're dependent. Confession. So am I. But when it comes to old-fashioned fun, how do we have fun? What kind of games do we play around here? We're a card family. We have a few board games, of course, but I started thinking about playing cards and different games. Kind of depends on the situation, who I'm playing with. When I play with my wife, if it's just us 2, we enjoy double solitaire. It's kind of a speed game and a quick thinking game. King's Corners. If it's my daughter and I, we like a good game of speed. Get you kind of tensed up, and again, a game of speed. If it's the three of us, probably some sort of rummy. If we are lucky enough to find a fourth, of course, euchre is the game. So yes, different playing cards, but I started to look around at some cards we own and I found some kind of funky ones. I thought I would share a few with you. Of course, just the standard playing cards. These were kind of neat, going way back to 2004. Yes, it's the John Kerry playing cards, different members of his administration on the back of every card, not his administration and his entourage, his campaign. What I did appreciate was his Joker. What else did we have? Wild cards for all ages, edible wild foods. How about that? Here is, for example, the fireweed. Be careful. It tells you all about it, what it looks like, what you can do with it if you're interested in eating the fireweed. Hey, how about this? Who doesn't need a pack of Saddam Hussein playing cards? Each card with different pictures of members of the upper circles of Iraqi military and intelligence from way back when. I know, kind of funky. Then, of course, the old Christmas deck. Here, just a regular deck, but they love euchre in Dubuque, where my wife is from. So euchre, Dubuquer, got some nice rhyming possibilities there. This is kind of neat. The old see-through playing cards. The 5 of clubs. Kind of quirky. Don't use them often. Kind of play with your head. These are my least favorite cards because they're blue. Who wants blue playing cards? Not me. This deck is significant. I was a blackjack dealer, and these were some official Vegas-style playing cards that I lifted from my employer on my last night. And then, of course, we have your euchre deck, your Uno deck. Shout out to Eve Eberly and Rook. And I'm rambling, but you get the picture. Who doesn't love to sit around and play some cards? We enjoy it. It's been fun. Hope you enjoy it. Find a deck of cards. Get some people together. Pour yourself a beverage and play cards. Peace.